Hello, everyone. This is Cornelius from Cornelius TV. Just wanted to say welcome to the channel. Make sure you subscribe, hit the subscribe button, comment, like, share with the content because this is going to help me reach 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So my channel can do what it's supposed to do. That's what YouTube requires in the first year. So, hey, here I am. One thing I'm going to talk about today is that's been on my heart for probably the last year or more. Because I find myself thinking about my mom, and what I'm doing down here in Tampa, Florida, and my kids. The mic is on. Had to make sure that is a rookie mistake, y'all. The mic is on. So, it's my mom and my legacy, the kids, and X, Y, and Z. Am I doing everything right? Am I doing things wrong? And I go back to what I learned at church in Bible study. I can't remember I learned in Bible study or I learned it from watching Pastor John Jenkins out of Maryland, D.C. area, the First Baptist Church of Glen, I think that's the name of it. I watch a lot of him. I love him. Thank you for who you are, sir. I really appreciate all your sermons, all your teachings, and everything else. But my pastor, Pastor Anthony C. White, or him, said this: you obey your parents when you are not an adult. You honor your parents once you get outside the house, once you become an adult. And I was like, that's very interesting. Because when you under somebody's authority, which is your parents, you have to listen to what they say. You have to obey everything, even if you don't like it. X, Y, and Z is very hard. And the one thing about obedience is we don't obey the child of God either. So, and he has grace, mercy, and understanding for us. So, same thing like a parent. A parent have to give that same grace, mercy, and understand to their child. However, once you become an adult, you honor your parents how you live your life. That's correct. You got that? You honor your parents how you live your life. And a great way to honor your parents is to live a righteous lifestyle. A righteous lifestyle is not always doing the correct things at the correct time. A righteous lifestyle, in my theology, this is my theology, what's going on in my head and what I learned is staying out the way of evil. Once you know someone doing something wrong, just run away, do the opposite. If it's not legal, don't do it. Just don't do it. You're gonna save yourself a lot of heartache, a lot of pain, a lot of suffering. That's one thing I have learned about being a parent of adults. My oldest son, Mahadra, he's 23. My youngest son is 19. And Mahadra had to come stay with me for a little bit, less than a month, till he got his own place. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of him. I worried about him coming home. I would call him to make sure he's coming home because I'm going to bed and I know he's out. So I wanted, even if I heard the keys coming in the door, I felt good that he was home. And that's kind of weird, I never thought I would be that type of parent that would be worried about their child not coming home. But I saw myself was, so I had to call him, hey, are you coming home or are you not coming home? Just so I can go to sleep. So when you want to honor your parents, you can start like right now. If it don't matter what you did in the past, because we all make mistakes. I'm not a perfect person either. So just start right now. If you got a job, get a good job. If you want to get more skills, go back to school, get some more training. If you want to honor your kids, that's one thing you can do too. Honor your family. You can better yourself in doing some righteous things. And sometimes you can just watch other people, how they live. And that's one thing that I picked up. I remember one incident when I became a brother of our church. I watched how the men dress. And then so we would have to stand. All the men at our church are ushers. So if you're a church, all the men should be ushers. Women shouldn't be at the door. I just want to put that out there. Our church, we serve the church. The men do. The women get to sit down, enjoy service, and be protected. We protect the women. We protect the house of the Lord. But back on what I was talking about is, just honor your mother and your family by getting some nice training or something like that. It just don't matter where you at. You still can honor your parents. If you're young and you are in some type of situation where you don't know what to do, one thing to do is just watch other people. Like I said, when we would have to get up in church, I would watch to see when they got up. So when they got up, I got up. And I would watch them because I would have my jacket unbuttoned. So I would watch them button their suit jacket. So I would watch them whenever we stand, we button the jacket. Whenever we sit down, you unbutton the jacket. I didn't ask nobody all these rules and all that type of stuff. I just watch. So one thing you can do is just watch other adults. You can watch other people's lifestyles. Some of them are going to be true. Some of them are going to be not true. But you got to take everything with a grain of salt to better yourself and to better your family. Another way of honoring your mother or father is checking up on them, making sure their house is straightened up. Go visit, cooking them dinner, paying a bill for them every now and then. I know they ain't gonna like it, but they will see what they invested in you, in them, or however it go, So, but they will see the investment that their time and their effort wasn't in vain, and to see your child get something is awesome. It's the same thing like, because I used to coach basketball, and I would train kids, and to see a kid get it, what you taught them, and get it and do it over and over again, it makes a coach happy. So same thing like for a parent likes seeing their child listen to them and get it the first time, and still practice that over and over again. So this year is ending. This is the day after Christmas. I just left the gym, and honoring your mother and father was on my mind because I'm not perfect, and one thing that I am doing is honoring my mother. Like, it makes me feel good when my aunties and my uncles and her friends, people from, like, I grew up in the Boys and Girls Club, comment and encourage me. Cornealous, you're doing such a great job. Continue doing what you're doing. I'd like to see what you're doing with your sons and X, Y. You don't know who's watching. That's another thing. So you never know who you are encouraging. You can be encouraging an older person, or you can be encouraging a younger person. But in between that, you're gonna be encouraging a person. So make sure you out here honoring your mother and father. And I'm going tell you something. My life was not that easy. I was a hot mess. I was a hothead. I love to fight. I was living like an outlaw. I was living like an outlaw, and I got into a little trouble. When I got out of that trouble, man, I was like, I ain't doing that no more. Going to jail and all that stuff is not for anybody, man. I think it's the 4th or the 13th Amendment. It tells you that you a slave when you in jail. You are a slave. Like, I didn't like that feeling. And when I got there, only thing I think about is my mom, my aunt, my uncle, my youth director, Walt at the Boys and Girls Club, all the people that invested in me, the church. I let them down. Because I know that I was taught better. I was not a criminal. Some of y'all think y'all are criminals. You think you're outlaws. You think you this or that. No, you're not. Because your mom and your dad did not teach you that. You doing something against what you was trained and what you was taught. And just because some things happen in your family that you have no control over, don't give you a right to do something against them or against yourself and then blame them. Once you become an adult, it's your responsibility to get your life together. Get your life together. And one thing you got to do, you got to have order. Today, I'm going to do this. Boom, 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 boom. Today, I'm going to do this. Tomorrow. And have a checklist. Get your priorities in order. That would help my life out. I started having priorities. I started putting things about me first. Things about my family first. You know? So, yes, I did get in trouble. But after I got out of that trouble, I said, I'm going to live a good life for my mom. I'm going to live a good life for my kids because people look up to me. I have to still send money back home. I have to still be here for my kids. And if you in any kind of trouble, ain't no way you should, if you got kids, ain't no way you should be in and out of jail or doing stupid stuff when you got mouths to feed. You need to be, every day, you need to know that, hey, my child is going to be fed and I'm going to protect my child. You know, one thing that also when honoring your parents that I learned is, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. I did not like Tampa, Florida when I first moved here. Get that correct. I did not like Tampa, Florida when I first moved here. Not at all. Actually, I moved here and moved back to Michigan 2013. Then I left there and went to D.C. because I had a girlfriend in D.C. Man, I love D.C. Shout out to D.C. I love the women there. Beautiful women. And then, like me and the girl that I was talking to, I loved her. Her name is April. Me and her was talking, and we talked about my kids. And she was talking about, I remember one thing she said. She said, to get this, ain't nothing cool about being a telephone dad. Ouch. Ooh, April Carter said that. Ain't nothing cool about being a telephone dad. And that's when I moved back to Tampa, Florida. Because I got kids. I had to honor my kids, honor my mom, honor people that invested in me, you know. So, and that's doing what you got to do. Another thing I did was, I had nothing when I moved down here. I left everything. Only I had my clothes. I was riding my son's bike to work. For real talk, I was riding my son's bike to work. And I had to remind him about that and how his life should look. Because he forgot how I came here. I said, son, you got a good job. You work on the water. He got an apartment downtown St. Pete, got a nice truck. I said, you remember when I moved here? I was riding your bike to work. And you got way more than me. Like then, you know what I'm saying? So if I wouldn't have moved down here, he wouldn't have seen that from 2013 to present. So he saw my growth from 2013 to present. He saw a man get up, go to work, no matter what, not getting his emotions because he don't want to work, not getting his emotions because he got to pay bills. My son playing baseball, 30 minutes away, 40 minutes away, hour drive, 2 hour drive, Atlanta, Miami. I had to make that happen. I had to be flexible. So, with that being said, if I wouldn't have came down here, how would he know how to treat his family? You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm trying to make this for men and women, not just men and women, on how. And if you are a foster parent, you got to show up too. You're a foster parent, that's even on a whole nother, because you got to bring a certain type of energy, because that's not your flesh and blood. So yes, you have to be mentally ready to be a parent to kids, and you can't hold something that they did something they did to you against them every day. No, get them a clean slate so they can learn from their mistakes. Not saying you're supposed to be easy on them. I'm not saying that, but you can't be so hard on them where they can't come to you, even though they not your kids. You ought to be taking care of them emotionally, not just financially and putting a roof over their head. We love all that, but you got to give your child enough room to make mistakes and come to you. Because now my kids come to me more than they did when they were younger. Because they thought everything was fun. Now they're young men, so they have to come to me now. Because they have to figure things out. I keep money. Not a lot of money, but my son, honor your parents. Let me tell you, man, kids would be so hard-headed. My youngest, I'm sorry for going back and forth, y'all, but I just got some great examples. I just wanted to talk on here just to get some stuff on my chest. Actually, talking helps me out. So, but my son, I knew he was going to get a new car. His mom was going to get him a new car. I knew it for graduation. I already knew that. So, they bring the car by. I know it's a bad car easily. The car is a good car, but the brakes were bad. I could hear him squeaking. I said, and I know my son didn't have no money. He don't have no job. His mom bought the car. I'm like, cool, you want to buy a car? You buy a car. You want him to have that Lincoln Navigator, which is expensive as a gas car? Buy it for him. I'm not going to tell nobody what to do and what not to do. But they asked for my advice or my opinion. I said, don't buy that car because it breaks bad. I knew they're going to cost about $500 to $1,000 to get fixed. Guess what my son do? Buys a car. Guess where the car at now? At my house, waiting for me to fix it. So why did I say all that? I say all that because they gonna come to you. Even though he made a mistake in not taking my advice, because he wasn't disobedient and he wasn't dishonoring me. He just didn't listen. So I give him enough room to make a mistake, but I still allow him to come back to me. Because I want him to come to me. Because I don't want him going to anybody else. I don't want him doing nothing illegal to get money. Even though the car part, even though I got to get it fixed, even though it's my hard-earned money, I take honor in that because that's my boy, and I want him to be safe. I can't have him driving the car without bad brakes. You just can't do that. No. So, I'm not going to keep going. I just want to get on here and talk about honoring your parents. Honor your parents. Adults, honor your parents. Whatever they did to you, just call them, forgive them, do what you got to do. Yeah, I just scratched my nose, sorry. Do what you got to do to fix that. But how you live your life is how you honor your parents. So I hope this video will help you. Anyone, please remember to subscribe, comment, like. Tell me if this helped you. because I could continue doing videos like this, or I won't do videos like this. But let me know how this video helped you in the comments. And the question of the day is going to be, how do you honor your parents? How do you honor your parents? What are you doing to honor your parents? Y'all have a good day, all right? Thank you.